Okay. 5 times, you're multiplying here. 5 times 4x is 20x. 5 times 3 is 15. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Double minus cut a few people out. That's a plus 12. Okay. Shh. Underline the ones you're using the same. That'll be 32x. And then the other part here is 15 take away 6, which is a plus 9. Any errors were made on the double minus, generally speaking. Okay. Next thing. We're on to part 2. Now lads, part 2. Most people use the common denominator of 6, which is perfect. Okay. So 2, 4, 6 means you're multiplying the 2 by 3. 3, 6 means you're multiplying the 3 by 2. So that means multiply this one by 2. That means multiply this one by 3. Right, so here we go. So you get 5x plus 1 all over 6. You multiply this by 3. You multiply both parts by 3. 3 minus 3x over 6. Now, a lot of people, unfortunately, see that minus there? That minus went on a walk. Still missing. It just disappeared for no reason, is what happened to a fair amount of us. So that's minus 2 over 6, because minus 1 multiplied by 2 is minus 2 over 6. 6's don't matter anymore. 5x take away 3x is 2x. 1 plus 3 is 4. Next biggest thing to hit us was the 4 transferring over to the other side. A lot of people kept that as plus 4, but in fact turns to a minus 4. So you get 2x equals minus 2 minus 4. 2x equals minus 6. Divide minus 6 by 2. And x equals minus 3, everybody. Okay, so that's minus 3. Now, next thing is what's called verifying your answer. It means you grab the original question. The original question being this one here. Okay, and in the original question, you're just going to leave the x part blank. So anywhere you don't want to put in the x part. All right, now you do once it's written out fully. There's a debate here. You can throw it in all in one go if you want, but maybe we should do it step by step here. So I'm just going to get out the calculator. Let the calculator do all the work, lads. You're going to be tired in your leaving cert, and you don't want to be trusting yourself too much at times. No offense. All right, and just it'll prevent you making easy mistakes. So there's minus 7 over 3 right there, and then the other one. 2, and then put both of them into your calculator. All right, and then minus 7 over 3 plus 2 equals minus 1/3. Is that all right? Cool. So you know that equals minus 1/3. Just put minus 1/3 equals minus 1/3. All right, guys. Can anybody guess the biggest mistake that happened here? Go on. I actually called it before the exam. I did already, which is even worse. There you go. The amount of you probably didn't have your tables. It showed. Right, it's b squared minus 4ac, not plus 4ac. And I did call it before the exam, but look. A equals 1, b equals 5, minus b equals minus 5, and c equals minus 7. Second biggest mistake that was made, apart from getting the formula wrong, was a lot of you dropped the minus on the 7. you put in +7, which caused a lot of hassle for you. You probably got mat error, which means you weren't able to do it. That's because you dropped your sign on the 7. Okay, so let me do this. So this is going to be -5 plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Please make sure you're taking down your corrections as we go along. Okay, you'll need them. All right, put it into calculator. Fraction button at the start. -7 all over 2 times 1. Whatever goes into calculator goes into your notes. What's a -1? What's it? 1.1? How many decimals? Yeah, 1.14. The other one. -6.14. All right, gents. Yeah. Okay. I'm 6 minutes in. You can do that type of question in 10 minutes. It's good timing. Okay. So, next one. Aye, this is killer. Now, lads, just a bit more focus. Double checking you take stuff down properly is ideal here. 2 times Z1. Unfortunately, a lot of you took down Z1 wrong. Okay. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 2i, 4i. Okay. Next one. Z1 plus Z2. Now, once again, it helps if you have a 4-sided pen or something like that. All right, guys. Lads, underline the key parts. Underline the key parts. That's going to get you a 2. Underline the 2 of these. It's going to get you a 4. 2 plus 4, right? Last one. Okay. Is it just IZ, yeah? I by Z1. Okay. Okay, guys, multiply it out. 3i plus 2i squared. What is 2i squared? 2 times -1? Yeah. Some people roll it like this. You're not wrong. That's fully correct. But then you got mixed up on the graph. Generally speaking, you put the real number first, which is your -2, and you put your I value second. You generally learn. Both answers are full marks, though. It's just people got mixed up when you're actually drawing them out afterwards. Okay. Now, label each point. All right, let's do 2 times Z1. 6 plus 4i. 6 across, 4 up. That is your 2Z1. Okay, your next one is your, what's it? Your 2 plus 4i. 2 across, 4 up. That's your Z1 plus Z2. And finally, -2 plus 3i. That's your IZ1. We okay with that? All right. All good? All right. Now, lads, you'd be delighted to know that this question here, see this one here? You can get 4 out of 10 for just doing what? Just substitute in Z1 and Z2 and you pass the question. No questions asked, right? So what's Z1 and Z2 here, guys? Z1 is 3 plus 2i. And Z2, I've passed the question. Well done. Good job. Right? For 6 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, I can't remember which one, what you need to do, top and bottom. So it says Yeah, get the conjugate. In general, you're never allowed to have the I values on the bottom. Okay, just a general rule. So what do we do? What's the conjugate? Minus 1 minus 2i. There you go. There you're at 6 out of 10 on a last part, basically. Now, you're going to need 4 lines. 1, there's my first 2 lines right there. So that'll be minus 3 minus 6i. Okay, so minus 3 minus 6i for the first 2. And then the back 2 is going to be minus 2i. Is that right? Minus 4i squared. What is minus 4i squared? Plus 4, isn't it? Okay. And then underneath, once again, first 2 red lines first. We're going to have 1 plus 2i. What always has to happen, lads, when you do the bottom one? What always has to happen? The i's have to disappear, otherwise you've done it wrong. The i's have to go. Lads, is minus 4i squared as well, which is what? Plus 4. Right. On top, I have 1 minus 8i. On the bottom, I have 5. I haven't done a thing wrong, but I'm only on 9 out of 10. Okay, see this here? That means A and B are elements of Z, which means they're rational numbers, which means A and B are fractions, could be fractions. So I'm allowed to separate out the fraction into this. So I'll give you an example. Would everybody agree that 3 out of 5 plus 6 out of 5 is 9 out of 5? 9 over 5. Yeah. Okay. But you're allowed to merge the bottoms. If the bottom 2 are the same, you're allowed to merge them when you're adding or subtracting. So we're going to do the opposite of merging. We're going to take them back apart. Anybody get 1/5 minus 8/5? I. Anybody do that extra step? Thought one of you did. Fair enough. So we must be humble. Good job. All right, we all good? Okay. That gets you 9 out of 10. This one gets you 10 out of 10. That's to separate out the denominator. Now, lads, quick question. Lads, if yourself and your mate go 50-50 on a business and you make €1,000, how much are you entitled to each? You're entitled to 500 each, aren't you? If yourself and your mate went 70-30 on a business, how much would each one of you be? Yeah, so how much money you get back determines on how much you actually put into your business. Okay? Now, to be fair to you, most of you's got this right. 15 by 2 plus 14 by 4 plus 6 by 5. I think everybody got 116, thank God. Okay, now, however, Neve contributes only £5 of that. That means she's only entitled to 5 out of 116. She's only entitled to that fraction of it, because that's how much she puts in. Okay, no more than that. Now, we're going to multiply that. So how much did they win again? Yeah. We all good? Okay. And what do we get then, lads? 162,500. We all good? Now, lads, if you make an error here, I do my best on the next 2 questions because this number here is required for some of the other parts. But I take whatever answer you have and try and figure out, did you get the correct answer for what you have here? So that's what the examiner should be doing for you anyway. Because if you got this wrong, all the rest of your numbers are mixed up now. Is that all right? Correct. You're still entitled to full marks on the next ones, provided you used your answer from here. Okay. Now, lads, Here's how I do currency exchange. Currency exchange really easy. There's only ever two options. See your conversion rate? Everybody see the conversion rate? There's only ever two options. You either multiply by 0.87 or you divide by 0.87. There's only ever two options. Okay? Once you've established your two options, okay, so what I mean by your option is they always give you one of them that's 1. Yeah? And they always give you another number that's either bigger or smaller than 1. So you take the number that's not 1, and there's only ever two options. Multiply by 0.87 or divide by 0.87. Now, the next thing you got to do is you got to understand which one is bigger. So I'll give you an example. €100 is 87 sterling. You cool with that? Right? So which number is always smaller, sterling or euro? No. They are the same value, but which one has the bigger number? Euro. Euro will always have a bigger number than sterling at this exchange rate. So therefore, prediction time. Mystic Mac, etc. All right, lads. Are you expecting a bigger number than 150 grand or a smaller number than 150 grand? Why is it bigger? Euro Euro is a bigger number than sterling. They're worth the same, but euro will be the bigger number. Okay, you have two choices. First choice is multiplication. Crap, that's a smaller number. That's the wrong choice. Go again. Bigger number? Perfect. 414 rounded off to the nearest decimal. So, 150 grand. Yeah. Who got 142, 414? Is it 142, 414? Oh, sorry, 172, 414. We all good? Okay. Yeah. Lads, really easy way of doing this. Okay? Really easy way to get 10 marks. You want £1 equals, you want the exchange rate for pound to dollars. Everybody cool with that? Now, what can I, using the two yellow pieces of information, what can I say? What can I say? Yeah. Lads, is everybody all right in the class to say that 0.87 equals 1.19? You cool with that? Yeah? Now, I don't want 0.87 of a pound. What do I actually want? Huh? I want £1. You got it? So I have an idea. What happens if you divide 0.87 by 0.87? You get 1. And if you do it to one side, you got to do it to the. So everybody grab 1.19 and divide it by 0.87. Okay. Yeah, we rounded off though. $1.37 kill you. Okay. If you don't like that method of doing it, what you could have done is you could have divided by 87 to take it down to 1p and then multiplied it by 100 to take it back up to one pound, and you get the same answer. Okay. Have I got full marks? Haven't achieved full marks for the following reason. I'll do the question now. I'll let you know. All right. Now, lads, she used the remainder of her prize money. Keywords. Remainder of her prize money. So, would everybody agree? You did have 162,500. I think you spent. I think 150 grand of that is gone from the last question. 12,500, and then we're going to change that into dollars. And we're going to get $125. The marketing scheme there was 7 for the exchange rate and 10. So 7 out of 10 for that one. 10 out of 10 for that one. 78,125. All right. Damn it. All right. Shh. Lads, are you listening? Okay. The USC, first of all, it's not a tax. USC is not a tax. It's essentially, it behaves like a tax, but the government uses is, oh, we didn't raise the tax this year, but we gave you a new charge. It's the same thing. It goes to the same stuff. It goes to public spending and stuff like that. Okay. Now the deal is it's designed not to punish people on lower amounts of money. So example is if you make 10,036 euro, you'll only get charged 2% of that. Okay. Nextly, if you earn 16,016, you're not going to get charged 4% of that. Can anybody explain why? Why won't you get charged 4% of that? What's your incentive to work more? Why would you work more if you lose more of your money? So the deal is that it's the extra money you make that gets taxed to 4%. So it's not the whole thing, it's the extra money you make. So the extra money you make is your 16,016, take away your 10,036, and that is your 5,980. That extra 5,980 gets charged at 4%. Now, once again, if you're currently earning 16,016 and all of a sudden you're on 55 grand, that 55 grand is not getting charged at 7%. It's the amount of money you make over the 16,016 that gets charged at 7%. Is that all right? So we're going to take those two numbers away. You get 38,984. Okay. You get 200.72, 239.20, and finally 2728.20. You get a grand total of 3,168.20. All right, that's a part A. Considering that a gimme, that's marks they want to give you out of interest. Now, lads, if you got this answer wrong, I didn't punish you in the later questions. I took whatever you had here and used it further on. Okay, provided you put it in the right spot. Now, this is a kicker. Tax payable. USC, not a tax. Everybody got that? USC is not a tax. How much money do you make? Lads, how much money? Also, next biggest kicker. What does that say? Doesn't say 40. Okay? Does not say 40. Okay? So 28,500, fair enough. So we're breaking up our money into 28,500, which is charged at 20%. And then the 26,500, which is the remainder of your money, gets charged at 42%, unfortunately. Okay? 5,700, 11,130 added together. Yeah. 16,830. Lads, what's this known as? What's the word? What word is this known as? Nope, it's known as gross tax. Gross tax is the tax you're meant to pay, and then tax payable is minus the tax you're not going to pay because of your tax credits. 2,500, is it? Let me check. Yeah, sorry, 2,500. or is recheck the question? Right. Anybody get tax payable of 14,330? Sorry, 14,330. Okay. Good job. All right, guys, that's how much tax we're actually going to pay. That's how much is going to leave our pocket. Okay. Excluding, not including USC. Once again, not a tax. Okay. He pays PRS contributions and calculate his net yearly income. He has 55 grand. He has to pay tax of 14,330. He also is going to have to pay PRSI. He also has to pay USC. What's USC again? And 3-1. Yeah, that one. A lot of you's got part B wrong, but you've got part C right. It just means you're putting the social charge in the wrong spot. 35, 571.20. I'll give you a break after this question. Okay? After D&A, I mean. First D&A. Oh, dear.